The maintenance problems at Dallas City Hall appear to be accelerating discussion about whether it's time to move the city out of that building.
So today, city staff members gave the Finance Committee a wide-ranging estimate for repairs between $150 and $345 million. And so it raises the question, why weren't the problems addressed sooner? Fox 4's Lori Brown joining us now live with this story and maybe some answers. Lori?
Heather, the debate over whether the city should move out of this iconic building centered around the high cost of repairs, but the number left out was the cost to move somewhere else. In the City Finance Committee Tuesday, the distinctive Dallas City Hall building, designed by the same famed architect who created the Louvre Pyramid, was compared to a dilapidated Oak Cliff school campus that underwent a massive reconstruction.
I'm looking at these pictures that look deplorable, and it reminds me of one of the schools that was in my district, South Oak Cliff High School. The building was deplorable. And when I'm looking at this, it looked like this building may be beyond life expectancy. Is that a fair statement to say that it's possibly beyond life expectancy?
I think in its current condition and its lack of investment could lead you to that, yes.
Photos in the staff presentation show chronic leaks inside City Hall, failed plumbing, and obsolete equipment. The city staff estimate for repairs to the 1 million square foot building that sits on 15 acres is between $150 and $345 million.
Would selling the building free up resources for higher priority projects?
We could make an undertaking, and it's been hundreds of millions of dollars. But you'd have to ask yourself the question, as you mentioned here, is that money well spent? Is that in the best interest of the taxpayers?
Councilwoman Karen Mendelson posed the question, if the needs are so great, why has the city manager not budgeted for them?
I have a fund for my roof. I have a fund for all sorts of things because I know my air conditioning units are going to go out. Right? The roof might have a 40-year guarantee, but I know within 10 years I'm going to replace that roof. The city needs to be budgeting that way. I've said this repeatedly, and it's unacceptable to say with a $5.2 billion budget that we don't have the funds.
Mendelson also questioned how the cost estimate in 2024 of $100 million could triple in a little more than a year.
The photos in this presentation do not reflect this building. I have yet to see a single crack in this building. Almost every house in Dallas has a crack from foundation. This thing is solid as could be. Does it have an occasional toilet that overflows? Yes. But have we not called plumbers for our homes? But we also budget for that maintenance, which clearly we're not doing. So this is a budgeting failure. This building is not a failure.
Pointing out real estate developers were in the audience, Mendelson said city staff may have other unnamed motives for the discussion. There's speculation the city might try to swing a deal at the site for a new basketball arena.
But if this is a conversation about the Mavericks, that's a very different conversation.
Within the city's presentation, a group of potential high-rise locations the city could potentially buy or rent, but the potential cost of moving was not stated, and any relocation would also require renovation to add a council chamber. Councilman Paul Ridley echoed what preservationists have said about the current City Hall, that the 47-year-old building is nowhere near its life expectancy.
This is an iconic building designed by an iconic architect. It makes a statement about the city of Dallas.
Council Chair Chad West did direct city staff to get some cost estimates for what it would cost for the city to move to a high-rise office building and report back next month. Stephen, Heather.
Sounds like they're not thinking about it like a homeowner, Lori. I'm just going to knock this home down and build a new one with my own money. They're thinking like it's not their money and they can use taxpayer money to build a new one. And I'm hearing a lot of that, except for Karen Mendelson anyway. Very interesting. Thank you, Lori.